Hey, you horror-loving freaks. This is Eric Bindle. You may know me from the Horrorholics or Home Video Holocaust. But right now, what's most important is that you are watching Mr. Tony of the Dead. Cheers.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Mr. Tony of the Dead here, and I have another movie review for everybody out there. And this one's going to be on Snake Girl and the Silver-Haired Witch. This is from Arrow Video USA, and it's directed by Noriaki Yuasa. Just so everybody knows, I'm not going to attempt the names because I butcher them, and I refuse to do that right now. And if you could please give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber, and hit the notification bell. This movie is about this young girl named Sayuri, and she's reunited with her family after she was in an orphanage for many years. And she goes there and she finds out that, everything's, great. The parents love her and all that kind of stuff. And then she finds out that her mother actually was in an accident 6 months prior, and she ended up having some amnesia. So she doesn't remember the past. But she does know she has a daughter and everything. So she comes in and she welcomes her with open arms. And you can tell the mother's a little kind of weird in a way, like dazed almost, like as if she's on some really good shit. And the father right away he's like, oh, this sucks. I got a phone call. I have to go to work. And what he does is he studies venomous creatures, snakes, everything with poison, and it's part of his work, and he has to go off to, I think, Africa or something, and there's this big thing with his work that could discover something like he was looking into. And so he goes off and does this thing. So the mother's going to watch Sayuri, and Sayuri is this cute little girl. She's very polite, very pleasant, has manners and everything. She's just happy to be there and be loved and be home and everything. And she starts having these weird nightmares and everything, and just some weird things going on in the house. And then she finds out that she has this sister that's living in the attic, and she doesn't know why. And her sister just completely treats her like shit, all the time, right away. She has this doll, and she threw the doll at her, and it's just there's something off about the sister. And the things that you see the sister do before she even finds out that she exists, it's yeah, this sister's not a good person. Something's fucked up with her. And every night it seems like Sayuri has these weird nightmares about this person. It's this snake lady, and eventually she starts suspecting that her sister might actually be a snake, because there's a story about her, about in the past and what happened and everything. And so it goes from there. I don't want to give away too much stuff, but this was from 1968, I believe, and it's 82 minutes long. It's region A. It's black and white as well, which looks fantastic. But I'll be honest, I would like to see this a colorized version of this. But the black and white looked awesome. The snake girl in her dreams and that looked pretty scary. But at times when they were having her float to her, and you could tell it's not real. So it looked kind of cheesy. But then the silver-haired witch is something totally different, and that fucker is scary looking as shit. Very, very scary. Big teeth, white hair, long white hair, something messed up with their face. It's very scary. And she has this cackling laugh that's almost forced, but still freaky and scary at the same time. And poor Yuri, she's telling her parents or her mom about this, and she's like, oh, that's your sister, what can you do? And then she's also telling the maid. She's not a maid. She's she is, but she isn't. She helps around the house and everything, but tells her about this, and she's basically calling wolf, a few times. So she stopped believing anything she tells her, and it's really it's a good movie. I gotta say, I really enjoyed this movie a lot. I was glued to the screen. Couldn't wait to see what happened next. It just had so much going for it. I was like so interested in how this was going to end. For Yusuri, just I felt so bad for her. Like she was basically almost like a prisoner there. Like she gave in to everything, because her mom's like, oh, your sister, she's just has to get her way and everything. Like mom just does they do whatever her sister wants. And then the one part, Yusuri is watching her sister through the same hole that she was watching her. She didn't know at the time, but she's watching her, and she sees what's going on with her sister, and she kind of like starts feeling bad for her. But it's like, I can see why you'd feel bad, but at the same time, she's kind of a bitch, But then you find out later on, I'm not gonna say what, but there's even more to the story of everything that's going on. So it's really cool. It's a really good movie. I've never heard of this before. First time watch. I thought it was really, really good. Really, really good. I enjoyed it a lot. I believe I watched it with I watched it with English subtitles, but I also played it in. I think I played it in English. Yeah, I listened to the English language. I think at the time I just wasn't in the mood to read the subtitles and everything. But I gotta say, listening to them talk in English, it wasn't bad at all. Like sometimes it's really bad or like off-putting, but it wasn't bad at all. I gotta say, I would prefer to read the subtitles, but I just wasn't up for it. So that's what I did, and I'm fine with that. I go either way, but yeah, it was done very well. You know, everything in the movie. It was just really cool. Like I said, though, the snake girl looked a little cheesy, but the story of her sister with the snakes and everything, and before she even arrived at the house, Yusuri, there was, in the opening scene, you see this maid, and she gets killed by a snake, and she's down. There's like this room the father has where he does his work. And there's all tanks and cages and that of all venomous creatures down there, like scorpions and snakes and everything. Like it's just all down there, which kind of made no sense too. It's like, okay, who's taking care of these things if you are going off on this to work? But who cares? You don't have to get into it. But at the same time, it's like they're gonna all die, and it was neat. It was just a neat movie. Really, really cool. Great story. I believe it's based off of a manga. I don't know how you say that, but yeah, I'm pretty sure there was. It's like some kind of a like in the documentary and that, like they talk about how this is based off of like folklore, basically, like folklore that was brought over, and everybody has like their own kind of thing, like a snake with a human face and a serpent body or something like that, like one that'll come in the night and eat you, kind of like that. So if you listen to the documentary or it's not behind the scenes, but if you listen to like the documentary on here, it explains it, and it's very, very interesting, the culture and everything behind this, like, and how so many cultures have like the same kind of exact thing, but at the time they didn't even know each other. You know what I mean? Like they didn't know existed. It's really cool, very interesting, fantastic. Really like this, and I'm gonna show you inside here and everything, but yeah, I was surprised that it was black and white, and it popped. It pops. It looks really good in black and white. But yeah, this is a fantastic release. It looked beautiful in black and white. In HD. Sounds great. It's just a great release. I gotta say, this is a fantastic release from Arrow. And going into this completely blind, not knowing anything, and coming out of this like a fan, I know a lot of people are gonna like this movie. But now, enough of all that. I'll show you, what's inside here. And here you have the slipcover with newly commissioned artwork by Mike Lee Graham. And I gotta say, Mike Lee Graham did a fantastic job on this. That is beautiful artwork here. Of course, if you watch the movie, you'll understand that a little more. It's a little more to it in this than the movie is, but like it's cool. And then on the back, you know, you have this, what the story and everything, and like the teeth up there, and that's really, really cool. Kind of a weird looking teeth as well. It almost looked more like a cat to me, but you know, what are you gonna do? It's not. It's a snake. And then you have here the sleeve, and here's the new artwork again by Mike Lee Graham. And then you have the reversed artwork, which you could see a little bit more like the white-haired witch, or I'm sorry, the silver-haired witch, and the snake girl there and everything. You know, you could tell it's a little ridiculous looking, but believe me, black and white and the poses they do and how they're looking at you, it's scary. They look very, very scary. And inside here you have a little booklet, and you got the Blu-ray. And with the booklet you get a different image here, which looks very scary. The snakes in this, you know, there's some real images and then there's some really fake ones, but some pretty cool like editing and stuff in here to make it look, you know, and I'm sure back then it was like terrifying, but nowadays we're a little bit more used to this kind of stuff. But like I said, here's the contents. There's little Sayuri there, and you know, just things about the movie and all that. Try not to spoil anything. And you go, you know, cast and crew, all that kind of stuff. And you go to the back here, and you got about the transfer, you know, production credits, special thanks, and there's the back. And the special edition contents on here, and just go over them real quick. You got the brand new commentary by film historian David Kalat, which I told you is explains like the whole culture and everything. Is very, very interesting. This Charming Woman, a newly filmed interview with manga and folklore scholar Zach Davison, theatrical trailer, image gallery, reversible sleeve, and everything by Mike Lee Graham. And you know, so there's not like a ton of stuff on here, but what is on here is good. It is good. The interview and everything, you know, they're very informative and fantastic. Very interested. Or I should say, you are very invested in and interested. Very cool to, you know, what you learn from this. You know, you just think it's like just this movie, but you find out it's so much more. There's history, you know, and this is already from 1968, and you know, I'm surprised I never heard of this before. But like I said, going into this without knowing anything, going in as blind, very, very, very pleased with this movie. Definitely rewatchable in my eyes. I could definitely watch this again, and I had a lot of fun with it. So yeah, I think a lot of people would like this movie. So if you're interested in picking this up, I'll put a link below where you can purchase it. I'll also put a link below with the trailer, but like I always say, proceed with caution. It may contain spoilers. And if you could please give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and follow me on any one of the social media links in the description box below. I really appreciate that. Also hit the little notification bell, and below there's a merch store. If you want to go in there and buy something of mine, you know, show off, you know, some merchandise from Mr. Tony the Dead. If you take a picture and tag me in it, I will take that picture and I will share it and tell everybody, look at this awesome person. Look what they bought. They bought something from my store. You could be this person too. You could be awesome. So please go ahead and do that. I really appreciate it. Thanks everybody for watching, and let me know if you're going to pick this up or if you did and what you thought. Alright, thanks everybody for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.